Ora hairunga hairaro. Hi-ha, hi-ha.
Ti he mauri ora ki te whai au ki te ao māru.
Tihe uri uri, tihe nako nako, ka tauha whakatau ko rangi nui e tui honei, ka tauha ko whakatau ko papatūnu koe tākoto ake nei. Ka tauha whakatau ko te mātuku mai raro tonga kui auru kui a manawa pauroto, kui auru kui a manawa pauwa. Kia tina, whakatina. Te more i hoa ki a pupu ana hoki, he wāwau ana hoki, tārewa tū ki te rangi, eke pānuku, kia eke tangaro, tau mai te mauri, haumi e, hui e, tāi ki e. E ngā mana i ngā reo, e ngā kārangaranga maha, o ngā taitauira, o ngā whānau whānui, ki runga i te tuihono, i te ipurangi, nau mai, whakatau mai, ki tenei rā, tenei pōahiahi, whakahirahira mō ngā tauira, te rā whakanuia, ngā tauira a te whare wānanga o Otago ki pōneke, tēnā koutou, kia ora mai tātou. Kia ora ui mai tātou mō tēnei, te tihi me te timata hou, mō tō oranga ka haere tonu koutou, kei roto i te mahi hauora, kei roto i te hāpori, kei roto i ngā hohipera, taino atu ki ngā maha marae o te motu. Kia kaha, kia maia, kia mau, kia ita, ki tō tauarotanga, o tō akoranga, o tō tipuakera tanga, kei tēnei taha o pōneke, o te whanganui atara, o te upoko o te ika. Nā mātou nei, o te hapori, ko Ngāti Tōrangatira, ko Taranaki Whānui, ko Ngāti Raukawa, e mihi kawana tēnei ki o koutou, taumata hou. Mo tēnei tō koutou tūranga, ki tēnei rā, ka pai, ko wai, ka hua, ko wai, ngā tō, ko koutou tēnā, ko koutou ngā tō, ki, ka pai. Me ki anō ki ngā whaia, ngā matua, ngā kuia, me ngā hoa, ki te tuihono, ki te ipurangi, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou. Tēnā no hoki koutou mō koutou tautoko ki ngā rangatira mō a pōpō nei. Ngā tākuta, ngā ahorangi, ngā kānohi mō tātou nei hāpuri, mō tātou nei o Aotearoa, puta noa ki te ao. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, kia koutou i ngā whānau. Koutou hoki te puari o te whare wānanga o Otago, taino atu ki a koe e te tumu whakarai o tātou, ki a koe Paul, Helen, tēnā kōrua i ngā ahorangi ka taia mai, kai a tinana mai, mō tēnei rā whakahira mō tātou nei tauira, tēnā kōrua, tēnā koutou katoa. Ki a koe e Wirimu, e Dawn, e tiaki ana ki tēnei huihuinga mō ngā tauira, tēnā kōrua, tēnā koutou katoa. Huri noa, nā mātou o tēnei taha, te mana whenua, ka tuku te mihi aroha ki a koutou, mō koutou kaha, mō koutou tauaro, ki o koutou whakaakoronga, tō akoranga kei roto te whare wānanga, kia mau. Nō reira, kia koutou, he kupu whakakotahi mō tātou, ki tō oranga, tihe, Māori ora, tihe, ai, kia koutou, tihe, Māori ora kia koutou. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, kia ora mai tātou. Hewa, hui.
Whakataka te ho I te uru Whakataka te ho Ki te tonga Kia makina ki uta Kia mataratara ki tai, e hiake ana te atakura, he tio, he huka, he hauhu, tihe, Māori he tio, he huka, he hauhu, ti he mauri ora. Nō reira, rātou rā, kua whiturangitia i ngā tini mate ki a koe, tō tātou nei koraua ki Waifetu, Neville Baker, koutou hoki i ngā tini mate o ngā marae maho o te motu. Haere, haere, haere ki o koutou wai whare waka o te rangi, o koutou hawaikitanga. Moi mai nā. Koutou nā kanohi ora, tēnā koutou, a kia ora, iwi mai tātou. Ladies and gentlemen, just a quick translation to say, on behalf of our mana whenua iwi of the community, how proud we are always of our tauira who are joining the forces of our health sector. You are the leaders and the ones that will make a difference in our health sector, should you decide to stay here. Let's hope our government is very, how can we say, enticing with their decision making on the health sector going forward. But we are very honoured to have you as more leaders and doctors in our community. So it is a special day for you, and it is a special day for us also just to express our complete gratitude for your commitment, your dedication, and your perseverance to fight through all of the tino pai days and all the real raru days, and to get up every day and to complete your mahi. Kia koutou katoa, kia kaha, kia maia, kia mau kia ita, and like I said, life force to you, tihe mauri ora. Kia ora.
Tuhia ki te rangi, tuhia ki te whenua, tuhia ki te nākau o ngā tangata, ko te mia nui, ko te aroha, tihe mori ora. I ngā iwi o te motu, i ngā manuhiri tua rangi, i ngā manuhiri tui hono. Nau mai, haere mai. Haere mai ki te whariwānanga o Otago ki Poniki. Ka mihi ahau ki a Kaiwaiata. Ka mihi ahau ki a toa waka mō te karakia, mō tau kōrero. Nā mihi hoki ahau ki a koe mō au kupu tohu I tēnei tau. Tēnā koe, Professor Helen Nicholson, Vice-Chancellor of the University of Otago, nau mai, haere mai. Nā mihi nui atu ki a koe mō tau toko, mō tau hautūtanga. Tēnā koe, Professor Paul Brunton, Pro-Vice-Chancellor of the Division of Health Science, nau mai, hoki mai. Nā mihi hoki ahau ki a koe mō tau pukumahi katoa I tēnei tau. Ko waio, ko William toko ingoa, ko William Levac toko ingoa, ko au tu manutaki ki te whare wānanga o Otago ki Poniki. My name is William Levac. I am the Dean and Head of Campus here at the University of Otago in our virtual campus today. I've just thanked Toa Waka not only for his karakia and his opening words, but also for his guidance and leadership over this last year and through all time around tikanga and te ao Māori. We, the people of University of Otago, Wellington, highly value our relationships with mana whenua, with Ngāti Toa Rangatira and with Te Atiawa. I also wish to take this opportunity to acknowledge our colleagues and collaborators at Kokiri Marae and Seaview, all valued partners, all collaborations we wish to see prosper over the coming years. I've also welcomed the Vice-Chancellor and Pro-Vice-Chancellors who we've been very lucky to have with us here today, given our recent events. Thank you both for your hard work, your support, and your leadership through these days. Thank you too to the partnering district health boards, primary health care providers, and NGOs throughout Te Ika a Māui. We have medical students on placements ranging from here in Poneke through to the Wairarapa, Mid-Central, Wanganui, Hawke's Bay, all the way up to Te Rāwhiti, and in many of the provincial areas in between. Our radiation therapy students are even more wide-ranging on clinical placements throughout New Zealand. The contributions of health professionals and clinical providers in these regions is essential to our work. Kia ora rawa atu. Tēnā koutou e hoa mā. Nau mai, haere mai, welcome to all friends of the University of Otago, Wellington, to all our students, to their whānau and to all of our staff, both those with us here in presence today and those of you online. A big thank you in particular to Professor Dawn Alder, who's worked tirelessly with Faith Aitkins to make this event happen. It would not have happened without you, so thank you very much for your mahi. These are very unusual times we find ourselves in and unusual settings, but I'm nonetheless delighted to welcome all our all of you to our Student Awards ceremony for 2021. Hui Whakanui tauira. This ceremony is a celebration of achievement and success. It's also an opportunity for us, the staff of the University of Otago, Wellington, to farewell our students who have completed their studies and are leaving us to embark on future careers. We will, of course, be celebrating some particularly high levels of success this evening with awards, but we're also celebrating the achievements of all our students this year. It's been a very turbulent 2 years. Under adverse conditions, our students have succeeded and even at times thrived. Despite the situation, we have whole cohorts of students graduating this year as doctors, as radiation therapists, students who are completing postgraduate qualifications, master's qualifications and PhDs. You should all feel very proud of what you've achieved over these last years. Looking to the future, I imagine many of you are approaching 2022 with some trepidation. Our work on the Wellington campus has obviously been significantly disrupted, not only by COVID, but also by our current building problems. At present, our project management team is heavily focused on development of spaces for teaching and research, including suitable spaces for delivery of curriculum and student study spaces ready to go on the 1st of February next year. At present, we're still very much in the early stages of managing these challenges, but as we progress towards 2022, we'll begin more work in earnest around the long-term redevelopment of our campus. Our main academic block will need extensive work over many years before we can occupy it again. However, with this work comes opportunity, an opportunity to reconsider our core business and how we deliver it. An opportunity to involve students more in the development of our campus, an opportunity to build stronger connections with mana whenua and our Pacific communities, an opportunity to strengthen our relationships with Capital Coast District Health Board and our other clinical partners. I'm looking towards 2022 as a year of renewal. I see UOW as the phoenix arising from the ashes, although admittedly our phoenix is going to be a little bit more of a slow burn than a quick forest fire. However, I'm excited about the possibilities. And I just want to reassure you all that positive student experience remains a top priority for us through all of this. Those of you leaving us this year, embarking on future careers in the health sector, you're going to be fine. In fact, you're going to be great. You're all smart, talented, successful, caring people, fully capable of navigating the challenges that your first years in clinical practice may bring. Remember the lessons you've learned in your time with us. Be kind, be supportive of your colleagues, be creative and flexible when needs arise. Be ready to change your expectations, move those goalposts when needed. Take time to look after yourself as well, of course, and invest in your social connections. Spend time with people and reflect on your experiences. Before we move on to the Student Awards, I do just want to take a moment to acknowledge a few staff. I would like to, in particular, mention 3 clinicians today who are retiring from clinical senior leadership roles after lengthy services to the university. It would not be possible to deliver undergraduate medical training without the expertise and enthusiastic assistance of a great many clinical senior lecturers. Firstly, from the Department of Paediatrics and Child Health, Dr. Ross Wilson has had to resign from his role due to an illness. Dr. Wilson has been a very highly valued clinical teacher in the department for the last 27 years and will be greatly missed in this role. Secondly, I would like to acknowledge and honour 2 long-serving members of the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology, Professor John Hutton and Mr. Peter Jukes. In honour of the amazing and unwavering commitment to teaching and to the discipline of medicine, the department has named 2 of this year's prizes after them. Professor Hutton was previously the head of department for obstetrics and gynecology, leaving in 1994 to set up Fertility Associates. He came back to teach the teaching role in that department in 1996 and has been continued to be an active member, actively involved since then. Peter Jukes, Mr. Peter Jukes has been a clinical senior lecturer for the university since 1978. I was 6 at the time. I wasn't working for University of Otago then. Mr. Jukes was an obstetrics and gynecologist at CCDHB for many years, retiring in 2004, and he continued to commit in retirement to undergraduate and postgraduate teaching. His commitment has been frankly phenomenal and very much appreciated over these years. I also wish to acknowledge Professor Sue Pullen, who's held a number of roles in the university, including a time as head of Department for Primary Healthcare and General Practice, and more recently leading the university's interprofessional education program. Professor Pullen will be resigning at the end of this year, and her contribution will be greatly missed. While this is primarily a ceremony to celebrate student achievements, I can't go past this opportunity just to recognise a couple of very significant national staff awards from this year. Firstly, big congratulations to Professor Philippa Howden-Chapman and all of her team at Kāinga Oranga, who won New Zealand's top science prize this year, the 2021 Rutherford Medal from the Royal Society Te Apuranga. This is a substantial achievement, and I understand, to my knowledge, this is the first time this award has actually gone to a public health research team. Congratulations also to Professor Brett Delahunt, who was awarded a gold medal from the New Zealand Society of Pathologists this year, and recognitions for his substantial career achievements. Impressively, Professor Delahunt published his 500th peer-reviewed academic paper this year. Continuing his commitment to support new and emerging researchers, Professor Delahunt has also very kindly sponsored all UOW PhD awards, which have now been named after him. Professor Michael Baker is now a household name and has been awarded this year the 2021 Cranwell Medal from the New Zealand Association of Scientists this year for his contribution to science communication. This is an award that UOW staff member Dr. Diane Sikapotanu won last year, in fact, so we're now strongly established as the defending champions of this particular medal for 2022. I also wish to quickly acknowledge Dr. Sam Merton, who was appointed as a member of the New Zealand Order of Merit this year in the Queen's Birthday Honours in recognition for her service to medical education and general practice. There are, of course, many more staff that I'd like to acknowledge, but I've been going on way too long already. Suffice to say, I'm immensely proud and always extremely impressed by all of our students and staff at Te Whare Wānanga Otago ki Poneke. It's been such a pleasure to work for you incredible people, and I wish you all the best for a fabulous 2022. I would now like to invite Billy Moody, the director of the Bachelor of Radiation Therapy program, to read out the prize winners among the students undertaking a Bachelor in Radiation Therapy. Professor Paul Brunton will present these prizes. Thank you.
Tēnā koutou katoa. It is my great privilege to be able to announce the award winners for the Bachelor of Radiation Therapy. Just a slight change. The first award will be presented by Dr. Diane Sikapotanu. I would like to welcome, for the Pacific Allied Health Prize, Jessica McCarthy. Sorry, let me just, one moment. The New Zealand Institute of Medical Radiation Technologists Award for the top academic student in Year 1 goes to Aidan Vale. Our Year 2 prizes to Chloe Kemp and Monique Horb, who are both in absentia, so I'll move on to the Year 3 prizes. One thing I'd like to say is our Year 3 students, who are our graduating class, unfortunately due to COVID knock-on effects, are still out in the clinical, haven't quite finished yet. So a special acknowledgement to them. Some of them will be watching today. We're fortunate to have 3 of our prize winners here with them, but we look forward to celebrating with all of them next year at graduation in May. So the academic award in Year 3 goes to Rachel Robas. The Alpha XRT Award for the top clinical student goes to Laura Steegs. And finally, the New Zealand Institute of Medical Radiation Technologist Award for the top academic student in Year 3 and the Varian Prize for the top planning student in Year 3 goes to Emily Younger. So congratulations to all our radiation therapy prize winners, including those in absentia. That now concludes the awards for the Bachelor of Radiation Therapy. And I now invite Emily Younger and Rachel Robas to present the radiation therapy student address.
Hi, I'm Emily and this is Rachel, and we are the third year radiation therapy students, and we're currently in Palmerston North for our final year of placement. Just so you guys know, we are the students that have been located in the building that kind of looks like a primary school that's about 10,000 steps up the hill and then just as many flights of stairs up the hill. And we have come to speak to you on behalf of our classmates and to reflect on our journey through this degree as it nears its end.
Before becoming radiation therapists, neither of us had any idea about the profession or even such a career existed. And we found that 9 times out of 10, nobody else does either. We're constantly being mistaken for diagnostic radiographers, which we are not. Our role is, in fact, to deliver radiation as a treatment, with the majority of our patient workload being those who have been diagnosed with cancer. Whilst this job may sound quite depressing to some, for us it is incredibly rewarding. And knowing that we have such an incredible impact on someone's life. It is a privilege to offer the highest standard of care to patients who may be vulnerable, scared, or uncertain about their future. Now that we are so close to finishing clinical, we understand that this profession is so much more deeper and complex than what we first believe. Before, I didn't know what I wanted to do for a career, and now I can't see myself doing anything else. I'm excited for the future and the ever-changing technology and patients that come along with it. Our learning as an RT will never stop, and we are excited about the prospect of becoming a new graduate and entering the workforce.
Now that we are 1 week from being qualified, we can look back on the past 3 years and are so thankful for the opportunity that this degree has given us. We would like to take this moment to thank the incredible teaching staff that supported us through our degree and have helped shape us into the radiation therapists we are about to be. They took the time to get to know us as individuals, and it was a privilege to learn from you all. We applaud the faculty members who give their all every day for the benefit of all the students, for never giving up on anyone, and for always being willing to share their knowledge with us. We thank in particular Billy, who you just saw, and also Peter for working tirelessly to ensure that all of the important aspects of this degree functioned effectively.
To our class who couldn't be here today, we wish you all the best in your futures, both as RTs and beyond, wherever you may go. It is such an incredible opportunity that we went on this journey with you. we have been through so much together with lockdowns during both our placements and also burning down, or almost burning down, the building with an Anzac biscuit.
As our class will know, these 3 years have been incredibly rewarding and engaging, but they definitely haven't been exempt from stress and challenges. But I think we can both agree that the most difficult part of this journey has been writing this speech. As students, our perceptions have changed, we have developed hugely as professionals, and we are incredibly excited about what the future holds, and we look forward to the next chapter of our lives as qualified radiation therapists. Thank you all for listening.
I would now like to invite Associate Professor Sarah Filoche to announce the postgraduate prizes.
Kia ora tātou. Ko Sarah Filoche ho. It is my pleasure to be here this evening to celebrate our postgraduate students today. And there have been 13 students who've completed their PhDs. So we have Graciela Rivera-Munoz, who's supervised by Philippa Howden-Chapman, Vivienne Ivory and Geoffrey Fougere. Rowan McGill, who's supervised by Gabrielle Jenkins and Sonny Collins. Erin Smith, who's been supervised by Clint Gray, Max Berry and Beck Dyson. Canon Juto Wurapuk, supervised by Will Taylor and Rebecca Granger. Isabel Ross, supervised by Maria Stubbe and Kevin Dew. Stephen Davey, supervised by Elliot Bell and Yamin Hjaltabet. Paula King, supervised by Donna Cormack, Richard Edwards and Jonathan Gray. Ashok Gunawardan, supervised by Peter Larson and Liz Dennett. Andrea Tang, supervised by Nick Wilson, Louise Signal and Murat Jenk. Morgan Brunton O'Sullivan, supervised by Peter Larson and Anna Holly. Gisela Cristono, supervised by Peter Larson, Anna Holly and Scott Harding. Carolyn Fife, supervised by Lucy Telfer Bernard, Philippa Howden-Chapman and Jerome Dews. Christina McKersher, supervised by Louise Signal, Gillian Abel and Cameron Lacey. Congratulations to you all. Please join me in congratulating these students for significant achievement. The postgraduate student prizes are going to be presented by our Dean, Professor William Levac. The Brett Delahunt PhD Research Prize in Social Sciences and Public Health is being awarded to Sharif Amar. The Brett Delahunt PhD Prize in Basic Science is to be awarded to Ryan Sixtus. Congratulations also to our postgraduate winners in absentia. That now concludes the awards for the postgraduate prizes. I now invite Professor Louis Signal to deliver the postgraduate student address on behalf of Zhang Wei.
Kia ora koutou. Unfortunately, Zhang Wei is unable to be with us today, so she has asked me to read her speech to you. She says, "Dear fellow students and staff and family, I was told I would be the first Chinese immigrant representative to speak at the award night. It is a great honour to have this opportunity. I greatly appreciated the chance to work and study at Otago University. Although we often get winds and gales and She says, even hurricanes, you can't beat Wellington on a good day, the coolest little capital in the world. Although we don't have a building at present, or at least not a main building, we have the most supportive dean, supervisors and staff. She says, although I'm from the Department of Public Health, and like me, she'd probably suggest you shouldn't eat KFC, she does say that you should be KFC, that is, you should be kind, be firm, be calm. Most importantly, remember to be kind to yourself. Remember too to be kind to others. She wishes you all the very best for the future, no matter what career path you choose. To the medical students, she wanted to say particularly, don't forget that you might like to study postgraduate training in the future. She has found it most rewarding. And please remember that the University of Otago Wellington is always your home. Thank you. Shia shia.
Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. A ka mihi ahau ki taua, whenua mai Onauri. Ko Mark Hathwaite ahau, ko Associate Dean Student Affairs. Today we celebrate the last day as students, trainee intern class of 2021, and the start of the professional career of these doctors. I guess you know why I'm smiling. To the trainee interns, you'll take diverse paths in the next years. Wherever you practice, you'll be given the opportunity to teach and pass on the knowledge that has been so generously gifted to you by the teachers of the University of Otago and our partner DHBs and other clinical providers. Celebrate learning throughout your life, grow in knowledge and skill, and actively teach those who are following you. Now, I'm going to do something a bit naughty. I'm not meant to break from the script. But when I saw all of you, I just thought I had to say that I've been very privileged to be involved with your journeys. Through COVID, through other challenges and numerous challenges you've faced through these years, I'm also privileged to know things about you that many others don't. And that you've faced, some of you have faced significant personal challenges in your journey. Some of you are parents. You've been called on to support your whānau and other loved ones through this time. And you faced other trials. Some of you have faced significant personal health issues and have endured, and it's just remarkable. He taonga rongonui te aroha ki te tangata. Kindness towards people is a great treasure. I would now like to call on Professor Nicholson, who will present the prizes to the undergraduate medical class. The fourth year prizes in undergraduate medicine. The Charles Hastings Prize, William Park. I'd like to invite Dr. Samantha Merton to present the Wellington faculty of the Royal New Zealand College of General Practitioners Prize for Excellence in General Practice. And this award goes to Emily Roberts. The Australian and New Zealand Society for Geriatric Medicine Prize for Care for the Elderly, Kelly Feng.
Malo lei, talofa lava, kia orana, kia ora, and warm Pacific greetings to you all. O kui ngā ko Diana, ko hau mei Aotearoa New Zealand, o ku tamai mō ku whae ko hau mei Tonga, mei ha pai mō wawao, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. This evening, I'm absolutely delighted to be presenting the Pacific Medical Prize for 4th year, and I'd like to invite Tara Cleverly, please, to come forward and to collect your prize. Well done.
The 5th year prizes in undergraduate medicine, the Nordmeyer Memorial Award for Professional Development in years 4 and 5, Robin Miller. The Tweed Treadwell Prize in Rheumatology for Excellence in Rheumatology, Bronte Douglas. The Margaret Lewis Prize in Pediatrics, Kirsty Ferguson. The Peter Dukes Prize for Excellence in 5th year and the J.O. Mercer Memorial Prize in Pathology, Morgan Smith.
Tēnā koutou katoa. Ko Bridget Robson ahau. I'm the Associate Dean Māori for the school. Tēnā koutou. I'm presenting the Hauora Māori Prize for the top marks in 5th year to Matisse Ului Leilata.
The Te Tahui Wai Certificate of Excellence in Palliative Medicine, Jenica Patel, Phoebe van Bohem, and Polly Tensi. The 6-year prizes for trainee interns in undergraduate medicine, the Kenneth Pacey Prize for Excellence in Obstetrics and Gynecology, Alicia Holbert. Again, I would like to invite Dr. Samantha Merton to present the following 2 prizes. The Wellington faculty of the Royal New Zealand College of General Practitioners Prize for Professionalism in General Practice, Carly O'Connor. The Wellington faculty of the Royal New Zealand College of General Practitioners Prize for Excellence in General Practice, Rian Tahu Smith and Finola Lowry. Just ask Finola just to stay here. The H.J. Weston Prize, Morgan Chambers and Finola Lowry. Morgan, you can stay here as well. The James Roberts Prize in Clinical Medicine, Morgan Chambers. The Royal College of Psychiatrists Prize, supported by the Dawn Shaw Trust for Excellence in Psychiatry in the 6th year, Andrea Dutoy. Graham France Hall Prize for Excellence in the 3 clinical years. And there's no name on it. No. Off script again. David White Prize for Excellence in Clinical Surgery, Lawrence Steinkohl.
Malo lele and kia ora everyone again. I'm delighted to announce that the 6th year Pacific Prize tonight is being awarded to Danny Gawalofa. Please come forward and collect your prize.
I'd now like to invite Associate Professor Bridget Robson to announce the Vera Keefe Ormsby Prize.
It's my pleasure to present the Vera Keefe Ormsby Prize for contribution to Māori health and scholarship, leadership and community engagement to Keely Ray Sanford and Grace Claricoats.
Congratulations to all prize winners in absentia, and that concludes the awards for the undergraduate prizes. I'd now like to invite Morgan Chambers to give the undergraduate student address.
Tēnā koutou e hoa mā, koutou kua hui mai nei, ki te whakanui I te whakapōtaitanga. Ko Morgan Chambers tōku ingoa. I'm so proud and so excited to be here on behalf of you today. It has been a privilege to call Wellington home for the past few years. Such an innovative and progressive city and so much fun. As a place where people tend to embrace diversity and alternative points of view, I think it's the ideal city for students who are setting out on their chosen vocation. In fact, many of us have chosen to stay here. For those of you who have, we know you will love it. Especially now you're finally going to have some money coming in. Live it up, guys. And please spend those first few paychecks wisely on cocktails, craft beers, and smashed avocado. Something we have all learned in Wellington is that it's all about the people. We are lucky to be part of the class of 2021. Together we made good friends and great memories. I encourage everyone to stay in touch as we disperse around the country and maybe further afield. It will be so exciting to follow each other and see the different directions that we take. Already, I can't wait to organise a reunion, which I think should be at least a yearly event. Are you nervous about hitting the wards for real next year? I know I am, but let's not take ourselves too seriously. After all, no one else will. Hopefully, the younger ones among us are ready for the inevitable questions about whether we are wagging school today. We won't be perfect at this straight away, but luckily no one expects us to be. It's not like the good old days where the doctor was considered to be the fountain of knowledge, and what a terrible responsibility that must have been. We won't ever know all the answers. In fact, we are just beginning a lifetime of learning. And as the last couple of years has taught us, the landscape is changing very rapidly. We haven't chosen a career where we can get too comfortable, but getting out of our comfort zone is how we will learn. Most importantly, the med school has given us the all clear to proceed with caution, and if they think that we can do it, then yes, we can. Our heartfelt thanks go out to the wonderful staff here for your unwavering support during these times, which required you to be so innovative and flexible while continuously reassuring anxious students. William, thank you for being so approachable as our dean and for lending your voice to any issues that were important to us. Rebecca, thank you for your endless energy. You've inspired us to pursue a love of learning. Mark, thank you for going to bat for us when we needed you. One way or another, you made sure we all got there in the end. And Anne, where do I start? We're really going to miss popping into your office for a chat and a lolly fix. We have loved getting to know you all, and we hope that you have enjoyed getting to know us as well. We look forward to keeping you up to date with our adventures. Can I please get a round of applause for our amazing staff? Congratulations, friends. We finally did it. How terrifying and how exhilarating. Given the turmoil and upset of the past few years, I'm sure some of us were wondering if it would even happen. What a testament to the Otago Medical School that we are here today. This is our moment, so let's enjoy it. Thank you so much, Professor Dawn Elder and others who organised this event for us, and of course to Professor Helen Nicholson for coming here to speak to us. And to my fellow graduates, let the celebrations continue tonight. After all, we absolutely, positively deserve it. Thank you.
Tēnā hoki koutou katoa, tēnā tātou. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to take a moment to do a changeover because we have something that is quite unique this year. We only ever really had this beautiful kākahu designed for a top tauira in the Vera Keith Ormsby Award, but this year we were graced with having two. So we have to share it. So we're going for a little bit of a ceremony where Kili Ray Uamairangi Sanford will be able to be bestowed with the kākaho too. So can I please have you two come up? Just a little bit about the kākahu. As you might have read on the back of the program, the kākahu represents a saying, whaia titi kahurangi mehe mea ki te tohu koe he maunga teitei. That is the proverb, that is the Māori proverb, that is the parallel translation of sapia ode, or dare to be wise. Seek ye the treasures of your heart. If you should falter, let it be only to the loftiest of mountains. Or actually what it really means to almost to that which is unattainable. So in wearing this cloak, it's about all of the hard work that it represents that you have all done. And it's bestowed into the pūrākau, the kōrero, the stories that are woven into the bottom tāniko design. And that tāniko design there, it talks about the 3 tribes of Taranaki, Te Atiawa, which is actually a grouping of a number of tribes, and the Ngāti Toa and Ngāti Raukawa travelling to Wellington together and the hard perils that they went through to get here. But it also represents that perseverance to fight on and complete your mission. So, kia koutou katoa, tēnā koutou, kia kōrua, kia kaha, kia maia, kia mau kia ita. Tēnā koutou, kia ora tātou.
I would now like to invite Professor Helen Nicholson to make her address. Thank you.
E na manga, e na reo, e rorakatinara, nau mai haere mai, tēnā koutou katoa. Ko wai tēnei te tūaka nei, ko Helen Nicholson tōko ingoa, te tūmu whakarai taupua te whare wanaka o Otago. No reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Kia ora, my name's Helen Nicholson, and as you've been told, I'm the Acting Vice-Chancellor. And it's my great pleasure, first of all, to be invited to come, but to be able to share and celebrate with you tonight. Congratulations to all of you. You've done an amazing job surviving not only the trial and tribulations of your degree programme, but also the disruptions from COVID and seismically challenged buildings. So despite all of these challenges, you've made it, so well done. And I also should say, I'm really sorry that we can't let you graduate in December in Dunedin. We were really looking forward to this, but obviously in the current situation, we can't. And like the other speakers, like Morgan, I'd also like to say a big thank you to William and the team at Wellington, because it's because of them that you're here. So big thank you to all of you. So, I didn't check with the others what they were speaking about, but actually what I'm going to say brings together some of the things, draws together some of the themes that you've heard already. You may not know, but I'm a professor of anatomy. And don't worry, I'm not going to give you an anatomy lecture. But I did want to bring you sort of 3 tips which bring the themes together. They all begin with C, which apparently, is relevant in a COVID year. But I'm going to use the body as a metaphor or analogy for some of the things I'm going to tell you, because at the end of it, I am an anatomist. So the first tip is change. And this is something that we've all had to grapple with over the last 18 months. And I guess prior to that, we sort of thought of change as unusual. But if we think of our bodies, sometimes we think that our bodies are quite static, and the structures of them are fixed and don't move, at least once we get to adulthood. But they're not. I mean, I only need to look at my graduation photos over 40 years ago to know that I am not quite the same as I was 40 years ago. There are wrinkles, and I have to pay to get rid of the grey, and other things have changed. But apart from the normal ageing process, the cells in our bodies are continually changing. New ones forming, old ones dying. Our bodies are built to continually change and adapt to our environment and our activities. So in life, you will find that you will need to change and seize opportunities as they come along. And change can be a little scary, but it is a fact of life. I will suggest that many of you will change career at least once in your life, and perhaps in ways that you did not expect. My career perhaps attests to this. I started life after qualifying, training to be a urologist in the UK. Since then, I've had various changes, doing research, being a family planning doctor, an anatomist, before ending up here in New Zealand as an acting Vice-Chancellor, which certainly wasn't on the plan. And perhaps my most important role has been that one of being a mum. So one of the things that makes change unsettling is that we're often frightened of making mistakes. And here too, we can learn from the body. The body has a variety of mechanisms that you've all learnt about to get over or remove mistakes, whether these are abnormal cells or responding to trauma. You know that if you break a bone, it hurts, but in most cases, you're able to grow new bone to mend the fracture. What's more, with time, the bone will be as strong and as functional as before. So just as the body expects and plans for mistakes, so we need to accept that we will make mistakes, which may be painful at times. However, these will be often important times of learning. So embrace change in your life and learn from your mistakes. The second C you've heard from Morgan as well is around connectedness. COVID and periods of lockdown have perhaps reinforced the need to be connected. And if we go back to our body, it's made up of different organs. Each of those organs is carefully designed for the role they play, but they're not self-sufficient. They require a blood and a nerve supply and many other things. If you were to remove one of my kidneys and put it on the table there, it would die. So for us, if we remove ourself from the body, whether that be family, friends or work, we won't flourish. As John Donne wrote in 1624, no man is an island entire of itself. Every man is a piece of the continent, a part of the man. As individuals, none of us have all of the gifts or abilities to survive well alone. And just as the organs in our body, we too need input from other sources to help us grow as individuals. So it's important for us to stay connected to the body. If we continue the analogy further, it's also important for the body to have us connected to it. If we remove a part of the body, at least initially, it's difficult for it to function normally. So stay connected. My third C is the importance of caring and encouraging other parts of the body. Whatever degree you're graduating with today, or we're celebrating today, you're going into a world where you'll be working as part of a team made of several members with different skill sets and abilities, all of whom are important to the optimal functioning of the group. So in life, there will be many visible parts of our team. You know, that you as doctors, those of you who are qualifying today, will perhaps be some of the visible ones. Other parts of the team, just as other parts of our body, are hidden away, or we hide them away for modesty reasons. We have to remember and value everybody in that team. As a newly qualified doctor, I quickly learnt that while I had a medical degree and the title, the nurses had much more experience than me, and I couldn't have survived, certainly that first year of being a house surgeon, without them. The health professional team, though, is for much more than doctors and nurses. When my daughter was nearly 2, she fell and fractured her femur and was in gallows traction in hospital for 3 weeks. It provided me with a different perspective on the wider health team. The consultant orthopaedic surgeon may have been the decision maker regarding treatment, but the people who kept us parents sane were the cleaners and the tea ladies. They were the people who showed great kindness to my daughter, singing or chatting to her while they were doing their work. You are our leaders of the future, even if you may not think so. Each one of you will take on leadership role, whether in your family, at work, or in your social activities. I would encourage you to be aware of the whole team. Take time to get to know them and work to empower them and enable each member of the team, because only then will the team reach its true potential. So to summarise then, first, embrace change, take opportunities, and don't be scared to make mistakes. Stay connected to the body, whatever form that takes. Family, university friends, work, because they need you and you need them. And thirdly, care for and encourage all of those around you. And always try to look for the best in people and try and keep smiling even behind a mask. Kia kaha, no reira tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.
Right, this year we'd like to acknowledge all our graduating students with a small gift to remember their time at the University of Otago, Wellington. So please come forward to the front as your name is called. We had a plan of going down the stairs and up the other, but it's not going to work because you're all over the place. So just come down and then just go back. So we'll just start off in alphabetical order, and I'll read the names and just come on through. Savannah Adams, Sarah Aitken, Jonah Saman, Trisha Baltazar, Holly Barkley, David Bardsley, and Phoebe Bates. Sophie Bryant, Taylor Campbell, Jasmine Caulfield, Morgan Chambers, Pratik Chandra, and Grace Claricotts. Tatenda Chuma, Nicholas Clayton, James Cooper, Hashini De Silva, Catherine Del Rosario, and Mary Kane De Michello. Lydia Dunford, Andrea Dutoy, Lucy Edwards, Tessa Eyre, Sean Fong, and Ravini Gamalath. Danny Lofa, Alana Gillespie, Richard Greenbank, Henry Hales, and Eden Hawkins, and Sophia Herman. Annabelle Hill, Briar Hill, Alicia Hulbert, Tiffany Hung, Sarah Herring, and Greer Jackways. Esther Joe, Tui Karuti Lute, Ben Caveney Gibb, Yulia Korashaya, and Helen Kim. Anne Kim, Paul Kim, Gisela Cristano, Minyi Lee, and Brianna Langton. Samuel Lloyd, Monica Logan, Fanula Lowry, Bronson Marshall, and Raphael Matsis. Hugo Mesa, Claire McHenry Heather, Shiz Miller, and Carly O'Connor. Vinay Patel, Lucy Peebles, Brittany Poata, Priyanka Rajakumaran. Nahid Said, Cassidy Salter, Keely Ray Sanford, Summer Sanson, and Richa Sedgwell. Joshua Simmons, Finn Sigalo, Emma Simpson, Brianna Saturni, and Jack Smeaton. Rhiannon Smith, Lawrence Steinkol, Myra Steinmetz, and Gina Stevenson. Asher Strange, Terence Sue, Ella Sussock, Victoria Tam, and Abby Irwin. Annie Vincent, Moz Witz, Megan Waller, Xingji Wang, Aidan Wilson. Vitashia Yogananda Raja, Han Zhang, Cici Zing, and Jennifer Zhu. Billy, would you come and read out
the graduating radiation therapy students are Rachel Robast, Laura Steegs, and Emily Younger.
Congratulations to you all. I now invite our Deputy Dean, Professor Dawn Elder, to announce the degrees with distinction and lead the reading of the oath. And we'll also announce. All right, I've got a few lists to go through. The names I read now, these are just to list the people who have had distinguished performance in the different modules. And I'll just read the names, you don't need to come up. Distinguished performance in medicine, Phoebe Bates, Morgan Chambers, Nick Clayton, Briar Hill, Monica Logan, Lawrence Steinkol, Ella Sussock, and Vitushaya Yoganandan Raja. Distinguished performance in obstetrics and gynecology, Sarah Aitken, Morgan Chambers, Pratik Chandra, Nick Clayton, Lydia Dunford, Briar Hill, Greer Jackways, Tui Karauti Lute, Bronson Marshall, Gina Stevenson, Ella Sussock, Victoria Tam, Han Zhang, and Cici Zeng. Distinguished performance in psychological medicine, Morgan Chambers, Vitushia Yogandan, I should know it by now, hey? Yogandan Raja, Megan Waller. That's it. Distinguished performance in pediatrics, Morgan Chambers, Sophia Herman, Priyanka Rajakumaran, and Han Zhang. Distinguished performance in surgery, Cici Zeng. Distinguished performance in general practice, Sarah Aiken, Briar Hill, Greer Jackways, Finola Lowry, Hugo Messer, Lawrence Steinkol, Victoria Tam, Megan Waller, and Cici Zeng.
Tēnā koutou katoa. It's my pleasure to announce the other awards for distinction. So first, the 6th year with distinction. And I would ask that as your name is read, could you stand up so we can clap you and see who you are. Sarah Aiken. Just for time, we might go right to the end and then we'll do a big clap. Morgan Chambers, Nicholas Clayton, Briar Hill, Greer Jackways, Lorenz Steinkohl, Alice Sussex, Victoria Tam, Megan Waller, Vitushia Yogana Daraja, Han Sang, and Cece Zhang. You can have a little rest now. Now I'm going to announce the MBCHB with distinction. Again, you can stand at the end or during, it depends how long you want to stand. Briar Hill, Victoria Tam, Megan Waller, Vithushia Yogana Daraja, Morgan Chambers, Cece Cheng, Sarah Aiken, Nicholas Clayton, Lorenz Steinkohl, and Alice Sussex. Thank you, Briar. Would you like to keep standing and come up to the front, please? So the Rita Gardner Award is awarded to the student in the graduating class who has gained the highest aggregate marks for all years of the program. And the Emily Hancock Seiderberg Memorial Prize is awarded for the highest female aggregate mark for all the years of the course. We don't have anything to give you, but we just wanted to congratulate you. This is a shared prize, but you are the person and you belong to us, so congratulations. Now, because we sadly do not have a graduation in Dunedin, which a number of us were very much looking forward to going to, we will do the reading of the oath here. It's nearly 41 years since I did that myself, so it's a great pleasure to be able to lead that and to lead it with my colleague, Dr. Eric Anderson, who will come over now. We are both members, ex-graduates of this medical school. I know that Eric was a graduate because I taught him. Eric will lead inter reo.
E waka pita whakarea wāwahi ngaru koutou I tere mai taha tū o te rangi, tēnā koutou katoa nau mai, eke mai ki tō tātou ao o te mahi rata o te mahi tākuta. Iai te kōrero o toa, whai a te iti kahurangi ki te tō koe me he maunga tautei. Nō reira, kia ora koutou. So I have the privilege of leading you in the te reo version of the oath. So I'll ask you all who are wanting to take the oath to stand with me, and we'll say together the Te Tū Tātou. Fine. Ko tāku hei ika āpero o te kura hauora o te whare wānanga o Otago. Ka eke atu te kaunga o taku mahi whakaora tangata. Ki tētahi taumata eke mōku, me ngā kau hapatahi, te aroa pūmau, Te kau anu hoki o te oranga o te ira tangata. Ka tukuna taku katoa kia tū hei pononga ki ngā tangata katoa o te ao. Mā taku mātatau me aku pūkenga, ka nganga te whakapakari i te matatika o te tangata. Me mātua te aki ahau i taku oranga, i taku hauora, kia tai ai e au, te mai moa atu i te tangata ki tētahi pai rewa tīkoke. Ka whakautingia e au ngā kurahuna kua munaia ai ki ahau. Ka tūrangatira nei mahi ki au, ko ona uara, ko ona mātāpono kia kake ai, ko te oranga o te tangata tonu, ki te aki tū o whakahirahira. Ka ata mātou au i aku tau nāhua, me ngā pūkenga o te tangata ki te whakatau māwiwi, ki te ārai māwiwi, ki te maimoa i te tangata. Ka aru pū atu taku mahi kia ora pai ai rātou katoa, ka noho ki raro i taku haumarutanga. Ko te oranga tonutanga o te Maria Whanui hoki, te kaupapa matua. Tēnā koutou katoa.
Now in English, I undertake that as a graduate of medicine at the University of Otago, I will practice the science and art of medicine to the best of my ability with moral integrity, compassion and respect for human dignity. I will dedicate my life to the service of humanity. I will use my knowledge and ability to further the realization of human rights. I will tend to my own health, well-being and abilities in order to provide care of the highest standard. I will respect the secrets which are confided in me. I will honour the profession, its values and its principles in the ways that best serves the interests of patients. I will recognise my own limitations and the special skills of others in the diagnosis, prevention and treatment of disease. I will work for the good of all persons whose health may be placed in my care and for the public good.
So congratulations to all our students. Thank you all for coming today. Thank you, Toa, as always, for your leadership around our tikanga of this event. A big thank you to Dawn for making this all happen and for all the hidden work behind the scenes. Thank you to all our staff and students and their whānau for your time and support and enthusiasm. Ordinarily, after an event like this, we would like to be able to invite you back for refreshments, but that can't happen this year because of COVID. And so those of you graduating, I do encourage you to come back as alumni to one of our alumni events where we can host you properly. Alternatively, if you see me out in the town at any point, you could come up to me and say, I was at Hui Whakanui, Tauira 2021, you owe me a drink. But for now, I would like to invite Toa Waka to close our celebration.
Tēnā tātou. Hold him to that. Ladies and gentlemen, ka taia mai te wā, hei whakamutu, hei whakakapi kōrero ki a koutou. Before I launch off in just our closing karakia, I just wanted to say one of the biggest strengths of you also was the support that you got both in here in the university, your new whānau, and also your whānau at home and your friends. You've grown your whānau with your colleagues, so only bigger, better and stronger things to come.
And we all look forward to whatever you might choose in your field, or if you have a lazy year to go and do something else and come back. But I just wanted to say it has been a pleasure and an honour to watch you all grow and strengthen your knowledge to be ready to go out there and make a change and make a difference in our country and quite possibly in the rest of the world too. So, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou. This is your day. This is for us to acknowledge and give mana to what it is that you have achieved. So, congratulations to you all. Ho mai te paki mō rātou. One of them, I think. Yes. And just one last little change, little kupu whakamutu. My daughter's here. She's 14 years old. She's sitting in the background there, listening to all the cheering and watching, and it all makes a big difference. Just to be able to be around leaders such as yourselves, role models as yourselves. So thank you all for the inspiration you give to our next generation too. Kia kaha, kia maia, kia mau, kia ita. Tēnā koutou. Huri noa, ki tēnei wahanga, hei wahanga whakamutunga, what we will be doing is, when we have the procession out, we will have a waiata also as that happens, as it leaves. So the procession will be our mace bearer, then, where are they? And our wahine mā, Korua, Grace, and Keely with kākahu with mace bearer. Our procession group, and then the students that are leaving, the student leavers. Ka pai? Kia ora. Huri noa, ki tēnei pō, he pō whakihirihira, he rā whakanuia, kia koutou ngā tauira o te whare wānanga o Otago. E he, ko koutou, ka mauana, ka tauana koutou ki tō tehi taumata, ngā taura rata, ngā taura tākuta, taino atu ki te tākutatanga, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou. Huri noa, unuhia turu tapu nuia tāne, kia wātea, kia māma, te ngākau, te hinangaro, te tinana, te wairua ki te aratakata. E rungo kua wātea, ai e rungo kua wātea. E rungo waka irihea ke ki runga kia tina, au me uie, tai ki e. E ngā whānau ki runga ki te tui hono, ki te epurangi, tēnā koutou, mō koutou taenga mai, ki te awhi ki te tautoko, wairua, āhua, ki o koutou, koutou whānau ngā tauira nei. Tēnā koutou, kia ora mai tātou. Student leavers, please join in the procession to leave. Students? Yeah, the leaving students say, Te piringa toku oranga toku oranga. Okay. Pretty nice.
Whiti, whitia. E te rā. Maya kena. Horaru raru. Makere ana nahe. Erere, wairua erere. Dinga, dinga. O te rangi. Whitia, whiti, whitia. E te rā. Maya kena. Oraru raru. Oraru raru. Makere ana nahere. Makere. Makere ana nahere.
Perhaps another one.